Greetings, students. This is Mrs. Hall, and this is going to be a recording of the Fall 2019 Welcome session. Welcome to Georgia Virtual School. My name is Erin Hall, and I will be your teacher for either AP Psychology AB, Psychology A, or Psychology AB this semester. A little bit about myself, rather. This is my 15th year teaching social studies, and I've been with Georgia Virtual School since 2013. I've taught many different courses in social studies, and I'm also certified in gifted education, AP psychology, and also AP world history. In addition, I'm currently working on my specialist degree at Kennesaw State University in instructional technology. When I'm not working, I am spending time with my family and dog. Here's some pictures of some of the things we like to do: traveling, running, playing with a puppy. My kids started school last week, and so here's a picture of them on the first day of school. My contact information, which can also be found in your course information widget. This is how you should contact me. Email is the absolute best way to get in touch with me, erin.hall@georgiavirtualschool.org. I do have a Google Voice number. You can call and leave a message. Please do not text that number. You will not receive a response via text. You must either leave a voice message or send an email. My office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then we have Adobe Synchronous, or rather Jigsaw Synchronous office hours on Mondays at 8 p.m. If this time changes or if a meeting is canceled, you will be notified through the course news. These weekly synchronous office hours are not required, but rather a time for you to come in and get help and ask questions. So if you have a topic that you're struggling with or an assignment that you're struggling with and you would like to go over it in a quote-unquote face-to-face setting, let me know prior to that session and I can gather some materials and we can do that on those Monday night meetings. All meetings will be recorded, so if you don't attend a meeting, you will be able to watch the recording later. Teacher response time, this is important. Teachers check their email daily, Monday through Friday, and you'll get a response within one school day. So if you send an email on Monday, you'll get a response by the next Tuesday. I do check it a couple times during the day. I will not respond to email in the evenings or on weekends or on school holidays. The same with the phone messages. Teachers will check their phone voicemails daily, Monday through Friday, and will respond within one school day. If you leave a voice message Friday afternoon, it may be Monday before you get a response. Now that the semester has started, it is your job to use your Georgia Virtual School email to correspond with me. This is a requirement by the school. Do not use your personal email anymore to email me, and I will not respond to that email, nor will I be sending you any updates to that email. You should be checking your GABS email daily, Monday through Friday. Parents are going to receive notification emails about grades on Wednesdays. It's always good to have a parent account in place too, so you can see grades in real time. And then another important form of correspondence in this course will be your feedback, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. Where to go to find your GABS email. Right now it's posted number 1 in the classroom bulletin board. So here's a short video on how to check your email. And then also on the homepage, the student homepage, you are able to email me using your GABS email account. So that's a good place to know where to go. Tips for more efficient email. Please set up a signature similar to this one that includes your name, the course you are taking, and the schedule that you are on. And this is important because I have 3 classes, but I have students working on 11 different schedules because there's an 18-week, a 16-week, a 14-week, and a 12-week schedule. And so no one is working on the same thing at the same time each day. So please include your schedule, the course you're taking, A or B, and then it's also nice to have a phone number in case I need to get in touch with you. For a speedy response, be as detailed as possible in your email and put a subject line in. If it's about a project, put the name of the project. Send a new email each time you email me about a new topic. That way your email will not get lost in a thread of emails. And please follow similar guidelines when calling and leaving messages so I can respond quickly. Here are some examples of a good email style. On the left, you can see one from a student. Hi, I'm Jenny Smith, and I'm taking 10th Lit A, 18 week. I have a question about novel research. Do we ... What's the question? Needs improvement. Hi, I don't understand the assignment that is due today. I'm in your lit class. This email does not provide any information for the teacher to help that student. The teacher needs to know which class the student's in, which schedule they're working on, and which assignment that they're talking about. Similar guidelines for parents. And this was also sent out in the welcome email I sent you guys. Please do not text me. Again, I am unable to respond to your text messages, so please do not text. Please also relay this information to your parents so they do not text as well. If you need to reach me, again, go through email or through Google Voice, phone messages. Syllabus and schedule. This is your assignment list. It can be found in your course information widget. I also emailed it to you in my welcome email. You're working on either the 18, 16, 14, or an on-level psychology 12-week course. Your schedule is what tells you, it tells you what assignments are due on which day. And we're going to look at a sample schedule. Please take the time to review it closely. You're expected to follow it daily for best results in your class. It's going to tell you what you need to do each day and where these things are turned in. So it is your calendar. I recommend either printing it off and crossing off items as they appear, or saving a copy and highlighting them in a file as you complete them so you don't miss assignments. Some students become confused with the checklist they've found in the course, but please note that checklist is not to be followed to turn in assignments. Ignore the checklist if you find it in the course. You are to follow your course calendar or course schedule to complete your coursework. While you should be following the calendar daily, assignment benchmark due dates are on Wednesdays by 11:59 p.m. Let's look at a sample calendar. This is for the AP course. It is an old calendar, so it does not match up with your date, so please note that. So the student should log in and look for assignments. We have discussions, we have Dropbox items, and then we have quizzes and tests. The introduction discussion should be completed on that student's Monday, and then they have some reading to do. On Tuesday, the student has a Dropbox item, another discussion, and a quiz to complete. So each day, you should log into your course and complete those items that are listed on your course calendar. Now, if you go to the next week on this particular course calendar, you will see the beginning of these goldenrod Wednesday benchmark due dates. What do these mean? This means that if, say, you had a doctor's appointment on this Monday and you were not able to do your research discussion, you could still get it completed by 11:59 on Wednesday without penalty. This is the absolute day to turn in work from the week without a penalty. Let me warn everyone. If you fall into a pattern of where you do not log in or work throughout the week and try to complete all of your work on Wednesdays, it's going to be very difficult to do well in class. And this is especially true for the AP/AB students. Once you fall behind, it's difficult to catch up, and it's also difficult to bring your grade up. So for best results in your class, you want to make a habit of logging in each day, completing the assignments as they appear, and then moving on. If you do miss an assignment, you're going to have a late period of Thursday and Friday to turn those in for a penalty. Before we talk about the late penalty, just here from the student handbook, how much time should you be spending in your Georgia Virtual course? This is for students on the 18-week calendar. If you're in Psychology A, then you should spend about 5 to 8 hours a week on your course. If you're in an AB course, you're going to be spending about 7 to 10 hours a week in your course. And this will increase a bit for the AP students because they are in a college level course. If a student enrolls in the 16, 14, or 12-week course, this time increases because you have the same amount of assignments to complete in a semester, but you have less time to do it because you are on a shorter schedule. Okay, so the late work policy. Now, say you've done your coursework for the week and oops, you missed an assignment and you didn't turn it in by midnight on Wednesday. Well, you have 2 school days, Thursday and Friday, to turn that assignment in with a late penalty. A 20% penalty is deducted from these assignments, and then after 11:59 p.m. on that following Friday, that assignment can no longer be turned in. That means at 12 a.m. on Saturday morning, that assignment cannot be accepted. And I am unable to make adjustments to this late work period. It is a Georgia Virtual School rule, not a teacher rule. And so I'm unable to break policy. So please plan accordingly when you are submitting your work this semester. Here's a snapshot of what that looks like. So you have your benchmarks, then you have your 20% off. After Friday, the work remains a 0. Let's see, this late work may be submitted to 2 days with the penalty, 0 after Friday. Please note technical difficulties are not an excuse for work to be late. And that's important too. If you're waiting until Wednesday to do the majority of your week's worth of work, if you run into trouble, you're not going to have enough time to troubleshoot before the late period begins. Please note in your course calendar, the last week of school or the last week of class for this semester is actually right before Thanksgiving break. And so that week you have 2 due dates. You have one on Wednesday, November 20th, and then you have one on Friday, November 22nd. So just make a mental note that you're going to have 2 due dates coming up. What about vacation? You must follow your Georgia Virtual School calendar. If you have a school break, say for example fall break, and you plan on taking time off, you don't have time off at Georgia Virtual School. So what should I do? You should work ahead. If you plan on taking fall break and then you're going on vacation and you plan to not log in, you need to make sure you've worked ahead in your course so you do not miss any due dates. The same goes if your family goes on vacation or even if you go on a school trip. Georgia Virtual School calendar does not align with the local schools, so you need to stay on top of your schedule. There's no exceptions granted for late work for these types of trips. Again, technical difficulties are not an excuse for late work. You have to have access to a computer to complete your work, so please go ahead and secure a backup plan in case you run into difficulties throughout the semester. It's your responsibility to manage your time and ensure you have the proper technology in place to complete your courses. If you do experience technical difficulties, you can contact me. Please provide a screenshot or video with any information that you have.